I'm Assemblyman Mark Johns. I have the honor and privilege of serving the 135th Assembly District, east side of Monroe County. I've been in Albany now. I'm in my third term, and we've all heard about dysfunctional Albany, and I've got some solutions to make this place better. Starting off, everybody knows we need term limits at the state level and at the national level. But term limits is an idea that for some reason never comes to the floor. So what I've done is I've introduced a series of bills that will allow us to bring real reform to New York State so we can actually pass term limits and other bills that people actually want. The first bill is the SOLE Act, S-O-L-E. It just stands for Single Opportunity to Legislate Equally. It would allow every member, majority or minority member, to bring one bill to the floor every 2 years for a debate, discussion, and then an up or down vote. It would put your representatives on record as to where they stand on term limits and other important issues that people care about. The second bill is the FDR Act. That stands for Fairness and Democratic Reform Act. And it's a referendum bill that says, look, we know that 90% of the bills that we author are never going to come up for a vote. So we're willing to let the public, we're willing to let the voters go out and get 50,000 signatures and take any one of our bills and put it on the ballot. By putting that bill on the ballot, we bypass the dysfunctional legislature down here in Albany, and we allow the voters back home to come to the polls and vote up or down, just the way they did with casino gambling. I think if term limits and other reforms were put on the ballot and we allowed the public to vote on it, you'd get 80 or 90% of the people voting in favor. I've gotten a bill for a 2-year budget cycle, which actually, we're down here for 2 years. If we did a budget, 2-year budget the first year, we could save 3 months the second year. We'd only have to be down here 3 months. We'd save millions of dollars in per diems, millions of more dollars in mileage and throughway tolls. A 2-year budget cycle, term limits, referendum, and maybe also we could include the size of we could include cutting down the size of the state legislature. There's no reason to have 213 members down here. If we just cut that in half, we'd save over $100 million a year. And think of what that money could be used for. We could have more teachers. We could have lower property tax. We could be doing a lot of things right down here. But the dysfunction that you've heard about in Albany, not being able to bring a pension forfeiture bill to the floor, I mean, these are the kind of things that people get frustrated with, that I get frustrated with, that if we start actually ushering in real reform, we can make New York State a better place to live and raise a family and hopefully keep some of our young people with good educations that we pay for in New York, keep them here in this state, making New York State a more productive, better place to live. Thank you all for listening.